Welcome to English Moments.
Hey everyone, I am Genesis.
And I am Issac. This is episode 19 of English Moments, the show that turns nervous English into confident English.
If you are new here, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button right now. We post new episodes every other day, and you do not want to miss a single one.
Okay, picture this. You are sitting outside an interview room. Your hands are sweaty, and in your head you are translating your answers before you even say them.
Or you are already inside. The interviewer asks, "So tell me about yourself." And suddenly your mind goes completely empty, in English, even though you know the answer very well in your own language.
Or the interview goes well until they ask, "Do you have any questions for us?" And you freeze because you never practiced that part.
Job interviews are stressful in any language, but in English, that stress becomes even bigger because you are not only thinking about the right answer, you are also thinking about the right words, the right grammar, and the right tone, all at the same time while feeling nervous.
This is one of the most important English skills you will ever need. One interview can change your salary, your job, and your whole future. But almost nobody teaches you how to actually speak well in one.
Today, we are going to teach it properly, how to start the interview in a strong way, how to answer the hardest questions with confidence, and how to end it in a way that makes them remember you.
By the end of this episode, you will be able to walk into any interview room and speak like you truly belong there. Let's get into it. Genesis, do you remember an interview that went badly for you, where you knew the answer but it just did not come out right?
Oh, yes, very badly. In my first ever interview in English, they asked, "So tell me about yourself." And I panicked and said, "I work too hard. I do not know how to stop."
The classic answer.
The most common, most boring, most "I practiced this in the mirror" answer in the world. The interviewer just smiled politely, the kind of smile that means, "I have heard this many times today already."
What happened after that?
Nothing much. The interview just moved on. But I knew I had wasted a real chance to say something honest and easy to remember. The problem was not my English. The problem was I had a fake, safe answer instead of a real one.
Mine was different. I actually had a good answer ready for "tell me about yourself." But when they asked it, I got so nervous that I just listed my whole life. School, college, first job, second job, even my hobbies. It went on for almost 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
4 full minutes. I watched the interviewer slowly lose interest in front of me because I didn't have a plan for my answer. I was just talking and hoping something useful would come out on its own.
That is such a common problem. Without a clear plan, your brain either goes empty or it says too much and never stops. Both are dangerous in an interview.
Exactly. So today, we are giving you a real plan, real phrases, simple techniques that make you sound ready, calm, and clear without sounding fake or over-practiced.
Because a job interview is not really a grammar test. It's a conversation where you show them you are the right person for the job. English is just the tool you use to show that.
All right, let's look at exactly how today is going to go.
First, how to make a strong first impression the moment you walk in, even before the real questions start.
Then, how to answer the questions that make almost everyone nervous. Tell me about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses. We will give you a simple plan that works every time.
And finally, how to close the interview in a way that leaves a good impression, plus what to do after you leave.
Each part will have a simple explanation, real phrases you can use right away, live examples, and moments where you practice speaking out loud with us.
Let's start with the first impression. First, how to walk in and immediately feel like you belong there. The first 2 minutes matter more than people think.
4 simple things make this part work well.
First, greet them like you really mean it, not a rushed hi, a full, warm, polite greeting.
In simple English, say hello clearly, use their name if you know it, and thank them for the chance to be there.
For example, "Good morning, thank you so much for having me today." Or, "Hi, it is really nice to meet you. Thank you for this opportunity."
This does 2 things at once. It is polite, and it shows you are thankful right away, something interviewers really notice.
Try saying it with me. "Thank you so much for having me today."
Good. Your turn. Thank you so much for having me today.
Second, handle the small talk without overthinking it. Many interviews start with something light. "Did you find the place okay?" Or, "How is your day going?" This is not a trick question. It is just a warm-up.
In simple English,
Answer in a short, positive way and send the question back to them.
For example, yes, it was easy to find, thank you. My day has been great so far. How about yours?
Say it with me. My day has been great so far. Thank you for asking.
Third, move into the interview with a short, confident line, even before they formally ask you to begin.
For example, when they say, "Shall we get started?" you can simply say, "Sure, I am happy to get started." Nothing extra, nothing over-explained, just simple and clear.
Try it. Sure, I'm happy to get started.
And fourth, let your voice help you. Speak slightly slower than normal. A calm, steady voice sounds confident, even if you feel nervous inside.
Say it with me. I am really looking forward to this conversation.
Now let's watch this happen in a real example.
Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Did you find the office okay?
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me. Yes, it was easy to find. The directions were very clear.
Great, glad to hear it. So, shall we get started?
Absolutely. I am happy to get started.
Warm greeting, easy small talk, a smooth, confident move into the interview. That is a strong start. Next, the questions that make people freeze. Not because their experience is bad, but because their answers have no shape or plan behind them. 5 simple techniques fix this problem.
First, give "tell me about yourself" a clear shape. Talk about now, then before, then what you want next.
In simple English, 3 short parts. Where you work now, what you did before this job, what you are looking for next.
For example, I am currently working as a marketing coordinator at a retail company. Before that, I studied business and did an internship in digital marketing. Now, I am looking for a job where I can work on bigger projects.
Notice, this takes about 30 seconds, not 4 minutes. Clear beginning, clear middle, clear end. Nothing wasted.
Try it. I am currently working as, before that and now I am looking for.
Second, when they ask about your biggest strength, do not just say a word. Give proof.
In simple English, name the strength, then give a real example that shows it.
For example, one of my biggest strengths is solving problems. In my last job, there was a supplier problem that almost delayed a big product launch, and I found another solution within 2 days, so we stayed on schedule.
A strength without an example is just a word. A strength with an example is real proof.
Say it with me. One of my biggest strengths is, and here is an example.
Third, answer what is your biggest weakness honestly, without hurting your own chances.
In simple English, choose something real, then show what you are doing to make it better.
For example, in the past, I found it hard to give tasks to other people because I wanted full control. Now I am learning to trust my team more, and it has made our work faster.
A real weakness plus real growth sounds much more honest than "I work too hard."
Try it. Something I am working on is, and here is what I am doing about it.
Fourth, when they ask about a hard time or a mistake, use a simple story shape. What happened, what you did, how it ended.
In simple English, the problem, your action, the result.
For example, we lost an important client without any warning. I called them within 24 hours to understand what went wrong, and over the next few months, we rebuilt the relationship.
Say it with me. Here is what happened. Here is what I did, and here is how it turned out. And fifth, when a question surprises you, give yourself a moment without going completely silent. For example, "That is a great question. Let me think about that for a second." Or, "Nobody has asked me that before, but here's my honest answer."
Try it. That is a great question. Give me just a second.
Let's watch a full example using all of these.
So, tell me a bit about yourself.
Sure. I am currently working as a customer support lead at a software company. Before that, I studied communication and spent 2 years in a support role, which is really where I learned how to stay calm in hard situations. Right now, I am looking for a job with more responsibility over client relationships.
Great. And what would you say is your biggest strength?
I would say it is staying calm under pressure. Last year, a client wanted to leave because of a missed deadline, and I fixed it by offering a new schedule with extra updates. They ended up staying with us for 2 more years.
Nice. Is there anything you are working on to improve?
Honestly, I used to say yes to every extra request, which meant I had too much work at once. I have gotten much better at saying no when needed and choosing what matters most, and it has actually made my work better.
A clear introduction, a strength with a real story, an honest, growth-focused weakness. That is what a well-prepared answer sounds like.
Last part, closing the interview. So many people skip this part, but it is often what people remember most.
5 simple things make a closing memorable.
First, always come with your own questions. Never say, "No, I think you covered everything."
For example, What does success look like in this job after the first 6 months? Or, what do you enjoy most about working here?
Good questions show real interest. They show you are also checking if the job is right for you, not just hoping to be picked.
Try it. What does success look like in this job?
Second, say clearly again before you leave that you are still interested.
For example, I just want to say, after this conversation, I am even more excited about this job. Or, this has made me even more sure I would love to work with this team.
Say it with me. I am even more excited about this role after our conversation.
Third, ask about the next step directly instead of leaving it unclear.
For example, what are the next steps in the process? Or, when can I expect to hear back from you?
Try it. What would the next steps look like from here?
Fourth, thank them for something specific, not just a general thanks.
For example, thank you for explaining the team structure. It was really helpful, instead of just thanks for your time.
Say it with me. Thank you for explaining that. It was really helpful.
And fifth, send a short thank you message after the interview, within a day if you can.
For example, thank you again for the conversation today. I really enjoyed learning about the team, and I am looking forward to hearing from you.
Let's see a full closing in action.
Well, I think that covers everything from my side. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, actually. What does success look like in this job after the first 6 months?
Good question. We would want to see you handling at least 2 client accounts on your own by then.
That is helpful, thank you. I have to say, after this conversation, I am even more excited about this job. What would the next steps look like from here?
We will finish all interviews by Friday and reach out early next week.
Perfect. Thank you for explaining everything today. It was really helpful.
A thoughtful question, a genuine repeat of your interest, a direct question about next steps, specific thanks. That is how you leave a strong final impression.
Now, let's put it all together. One full interview, start to finish. Listen for every technique.
Good morning. Thanks for coming in today. Did you find us okay?
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me. Yes, it was easy to find. The directions were very clear.
Glad to hear it. Shall we get started?
Absolutely. I am happy to get started.
Great. So tell me a bit about yourself.
Sure. I am currently working as a project coordinator at a construction company. Before that, I completed a degree in business management and worked part-time in daily operations, which gave me a strong base in planning and organizing. Right now, I am looking for a job where I can lead bigger projects from start to finish.
And what would you say is your biggest strength?
I would say it is staying organized under pressure. During a big delay at a work site last year, I made a new schedule within 2 days, and we still met the final deadline.
Impressive. Anything you are actively working to improve?
In the past, I was afraid to tell senior managers about problems early. I have worked on being more direct, and it has actually helped our projects move faster.
That is great to hear. Well, I think that covers everything from my side. Any questions for us?
Yes. What does success look like in this job after the first 6 months?
We would want to see you fully responsible for at least one major project by then.
That is really helpful. Thank you. Honestly, after this conversation, I am even more excited about this job. What would the next steps be?
We will finish interviews this week and follow up early next week.
Perfect. Thank you for explaining all of that. It has been really helpful.
A strong start. Clear, structured answers, real proof behind every strength. A smart question, a confident close. From hello to thank you. That is a complete professional interview.
Let's go over everything we covered today.
Starting strong. Greet warmly. Handle small talk easily. Move smoothly into the interview and keep your voice steady.
Answering hard questions. Give your introduction a shape. Back up your strengths with proof. Be honest about your weaknesses. Tell your story clearly, and give yourself a moment when you need it.
Closing well. Ask real questions. Say again that you are interested. Ask about next steps. Thank them for something specific, and follow up afterward.
Here is something for you to try. In the comments, write your own 30-second "tell me about yourself" answer using the now, before, and next structure. Write yours below. We'll be reading every single one.
And if you want an extra challenge, write one smart question you would ask an interviewer at the end of an interview.
We cannot wait to see what you come up with.
And that brings us to the end of episode 19 of English Moments.
A job interview is really just a conversation with higher stakes. Once you have a clear plan, a strong start, clear answers, and a confident close, the English part stops being the hard part.
You now have the exact words for the moments that used to make you freeze. The greeting, the hard questions, the closing, all of it.
Walking into that room does not have to feel like a test anymore. It can feel like your chance to show exactly what you bring to the table.
Coming up next, everyday English for phone calls. How to sound clear and confident on a call, whether it's booking an appointment or handling a customer service problem. That one will be useful for almost everyone.
If today's episode helped you get ready for your next interview, drop a like and share it with someone who is job hunting right now. And subscribe if you haven't already. New episodes drop every other day.
See you in episode 20. Good luck out there.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.